going to bring up your next speaker. That's going to be the wonderful, magnificent Chris James.
If you talk about how much you hate your fat, your body has been working all this time to keep you alive.
I don't think anybody in my circle understands intensity.
Yeah, I gotta play that to get myself hyped before we do these lives, man. Oh man, I got some information for y'all today, man. I got some real good information for y'all today. Obviously, we've been doing this fast for the month. Well, we started with the prep December 1st, right? And I told y'all we was going to be doing updates regularly. So I'm going to be going live 2 to 3 times a week. So far, so good. And I got a good update for y'all today. I got a good update. Some of y'all are going to be like, man, how you do that? How you do it? I'm going to tell y'all what the update is, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. Okay? Before we get into that, we have had, peace, everybody, peace. We have had an influx of people join the new R72 challenge. So I want to make sure that you all have an opportunity to get in. One of the things I told y'all when I first announced the challenge a couple lives ago or whatever is we only had a limited supply of certain materials. We have herbs. We're providing herbs with this challenge, and we're providing root test kits. All right. So I wanted to make sure that everybody that wanted to get in, got the opportunity to grab some of those additional items we're going to be distributing with the challenge. They're almost sold out. So the team and I are looking at ordering some more stuff because they sold out so quick. We're looking at ordering some more stuff so that we can continue to provide it. So it seems like you guys want that stuff. So we'll have some more available towards the end of the challenge, but we have a few packages left with the root kit and also the liver cleanse that go along with the challenge. It's not a requirement to have it or anything like that. It's just an add-on that we've been talking about. And maybe y'all will see why. Maybe y'all will see why we've added it on as you guys hear about my journey so far on this December fast. But I put the link in the chat. If you guys are viewing from Facebook, Facebook does not allow me to post via this platform. So I'll post a link after the live is over. But make sure that y'all check it out, man. Join the R72 challenge. We're going to be teaching you guys how to lose weight this challenge. That's the focus. We've got quite the curriculum. And also we're going to be adding, for everybody who joins the R72 challenge, you're going to get a free copy of Almost Alkaline, which is our digital cookbook. All right. So y'all been asking for that cookbook for the past 5 years, legit. And we're finally giving it to you. And we're giving it to you for free if you join the challenge. It's just an added bonus. And you guys are getting it before anybody else can get it. So now that that's out of the way, what are we looking at today? Today is day 8 of my process. All right. So we started with 7 days of prepping, and then we started doing the actual fasting today. So today is technically day 1. It's almost 8 o'clock where I'm at. So we're almost through the entire day. And the link for the challenge is in the live chat. Just scroll up and you'll see it. It's also in the description of the videos. But today is day 8. So I wanted to weigh myself today because today is the first day of my actual fast. And I weighed myself on day 3, I believe it was, of the prep. Day 3 or day 4 of the prep. Whenever I did my last live. So my first weigh-in was 215 pounds, 215.4 pounds. Now, I always like to let y'all know I'm 6'6". So that's why I look so slim, because I know y'all be like, what? Chris is 215? Yeah, I'm 215, but I'm 6'6", so that's why I look slim. With that being said, what's my weight today? Some of y'all already saw the title. I am already down 6 pounds between my weigh-in. Man, somebody gonna need to tell me. I'm gonna look this up when I did this live so I could be precise. But I am down 6 pounds since my weigh-in. I actually did not get my weight on day one. I did not take my weight day one to see what my actual starting weight was. It was probably somewhere around, 118, 119 pounds. So since we don't have that data, I'm not going to include that. But 2 days ago, when I did my weigh-in, 2 days ago, so it's Friday, so Thursday, Wednesday, or Tuesday night or Wednesday, whenever I did my weigh-in, I was 215 pounds. So I'm already down 6 pounds. I'm 209.6. All right. 209.6. Now, I know some of y'all are like, man, Chris, how you lose 6 pounds and you haven't even been fasting the entire day? Well, this is one of the things that I try to explain to people, because most people who are interested in losing weight loss and they see, the fasting and everything, their mind automatically thinks, oh, I got to do fasting in order to lose weight. The reality is the prep that we teach is designed to help you lose weight. As a matter of fact, one of the benefits of the R72 challenge that we just put together is we're giving you guys a quick start guide, just like a quick start guide. So between now and January, before the challenge starts, you guys can do a week and you could lose, at least 5 pounds. And you don't have to do any like crazy fasting or anything like that. It's some slight changes to habits. It's some tools and materials that we're suggesting, but you could drop 5 pounds. And basically, this is perfect because I just showed you all through my own experience. You can go back to my first live and you could watch and you could hear what I've been teaching up until this point to kind of catch up. But basically, I'm telling you guys what I'm doing A to Z. And I told you in my first live, what I was doing to open up my elimination pathways. We increased water. We started using the Restore product, which is the root product. And then on day 6 and day 7, we started our juice fasting. Well, we started our juice fasting. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the juice fasting and what I did, just so you know exactly what's going on. So I did a quarter gallon of juice, which what was that, like 32 ounces or something like that? I did between 32 ounces and like 42 ounces of juice. That was the total amount of juice. Okay. I teach you guys to do more juice. And the reason I do that is just to make the transition easier for you. For me, because of my lifestyle and what I do, it makes it hard for me to do that much juice. I just don't be hungry. I'm not like, I'm at a different place. So when I very first start fasting, I do approach things a little bit differently because I just can't, like, I don't want to overdo it. And that's another thing that you guys got to keep in mind. Everybody's different in their different points in their journey. There are different levels of fasting and, their lifestyles are different. So once again, the information I give is general. If you guys need to adjust it to make it make sense for you personally, please do that. But these are this is some good structural information. So I did do, like I said, about 42 ounces of juice. My juice consists of strawberries because I had strawberries left over. I had grapes left over. And so I just did strawberry and grape juice. And then I also added a pink grapefruit to bring down. So I didn't have a ton of strawberries or anything. It was literally just a handful. I did have quite a bit of grapes. Grapes usually have a lot of sugar in them, and so what I did was I cut the juice with the grapefruit juice. You know what I mean? Just so that it wasn't so insanely sweet. Y'all know grapefruit juice is more tart. But as I mentioned before, you want to get that acid. You want to get the acid from the grapefruit juice or from a citrus. You know what I mean? So I did the grapefruit juice. Usually I do orange juice, and I just sipped on that for the first day of juicing, which was day 6 of my prep, and then I also sipped on it for on day 7 as well. And then the last 12 hours of day 7, I just didn't drink. I didn't do anything. So let me see if I can explain to y'all why I think my results have been so exponential. Obviously, increasing the hydration, opening up the elimination pathways, those are crucial. So if you set yourself up to do that as you get started, once you start doing any type of fasting or anything of that nature, the weight's going to drop off, which is exactly what we saw. So we did that. And then when I started doing the actual juice, instead of doing like a whole bunch of juice, I did a lot of dry fasting. Like on the first 2 days, like the first day that I did juice, I actually didn't even have juice until later on in the evening. Um, yeah, it was I can't remember what time it was, but it was later in the evening. It was after 6 p.m. So from waking up that day until 6 p.m. I didn't have anything. I didn't have water, I didn't have juice. I wasn't feeling it. And for anybody who's ever done any dry fasting, you know that dry fasting is easier on the body than water, because when you dry fast, you essentially you shut down your digestive system pretty much completely. You're not digesting anything. So it's easy. It's very easy for hunger pangs and stuff like that. Plus, when you couple that with the prep that we've done, it's a very, very powerful thing that I've put together here with the prep and everything. And then also understanding hybrid fasting, which is basically understanding how you feel right now, what fast makes the most sense for you in this moment. And so when I do juice fasting, anytime I do juice fasting, I have the opportunity to utilize hybrid fasting, because hybrid fasting is the way that I do hybrid fasting. It's juice, water, or dry. So if I'm doing a juice fast, if I just have water, that's fine. I'm not breaking any rules. And if I just do dry, that's fine, because I'm still not breaking any rules. But I can still have juice if I want to, right? So I use juice more as a supplement, and I think that's why my results have been so crazy over the past couple of days. And once again, you guys may not be at this place, but I wanted to be as honest and upfront as I can about why I think I lost so much weight over the past couple of days. And I think it was because of everything that I've done up until this point, specifically. If you do on your juice days, if you do the recommended amount of juice, which is a half a gallon to a gallon of subacidic or acidic fruit juice, you're still going to see similar results if you have followed me up until this point. You might not see 6 pounds, you might see 4, you might see 5. You know what I mean? Because I didn't dry fast for an entire day. I just was dry fasting throughout the morning and like afternoon and early evening. And then I didn't drink that much juice. And I did the same thing. I did the same thing on what's today? Today's Thursday, Wednesday. I did the same thing on Wednesday. Um, I did a lot of dry fasting after my juice. So the latter half of the day, I wasn't really on it. What else? So today, okay, so today, okay, yeah, today I haven't drank anything either. It's 8 o'clock. I'm technically on my water fast now, and I haven't had any water. So I've been doing a lot of dry fasting, and I want y'all to know that, because I've been saying I'm gonna do a water fast, and I am. I'm definitely going to have water, but um, I just have been feeling so good, mainly using the dry, that it's just I'm not really pressed to do the water. Okay. And then also what I noticed, because the prep, when we talk about the prep week, the first thing we do is we talk about hydration. So because I'm so well hydrated and I've been eating the fruits and vegetables leading up to this point, I've been drinking fruit juice up until this point, I don't need the water. My mouth was completely moisturized. Like I just been rocking out. Um, so that's, I think, the reason why it's been such, incredible weight loss. I will probably do some water later on tonight before I go to sleep. And I will probably do some water when I wake up. However, there's a very good chance that I'll probably do some more dry fasting tomorrow. To be determined. We will find out. So the next time I talk to you guys, it'll probably be Sunday or Monday, which would be Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So it'll probably be Sunday night or something like that. And then we'll kind of reconvene and we'll figure out what I ended up doing. But this is what I've been doing, y'all. This is what I've been doing. I'm down 6 pounds. I would tell you that if at this point in time, right? Let's just say that what I have done up until this point was a cycle. It's one of the easiest cycles ever. So you do 7 days of prep, you do 2 days of juice, you do 1 day of water or dry fasting, and then you just start all over again. So if I started eating tomorrow and I didn't go back, let's say I didn't go back to like eating, McDonald's and crazy food. Let's say I went back to just eating like raw food. Let's just say it was raw only. If I did raw food only for the weekend, and then on Monday I start back with my fasting again, this would just be so easy. It wouldn't even be fair. And then we could actually see how much weight I'd lose that way. But we're not going to do that. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, you guys can turn anything into a cycle. If you take a week of time and you see substantial weight loss, whether it's 6 pounds, 10 pounds, or whatever, and you just keep repeating that cycle over and over again, you will continue to lose weight. Like you will definitely continue to lose weight. Where we get in trouble when we do our cycles is the eating. It's the eating, and it's also the eliminating. So if you want to make sure to bolster your elimination, and there's several different ways you could do it. We teach many different ways. I've been using the Root Restore product to help bolster my elimination. You could use castor oil, which I don't really recommend using castor oil like on a regular basis. Same thing with Epsom salt. You could use it a couple times, a week or something like that, but you wouldn't want to use it like every single day. And then you just want to make sure that you're really well hydrated. And then there's also herbal blends you could use. Stephen put together a liver cleanse blend. Okay, it's a herbal blend that helps to cleanse the liver, and that helps to eliminate as well, because the liver is what separates the good from the bad in the blood, sends it to the colon. It'll stimulate the bowels, the bowel fluid will take it on out, and you'll have more regular bowel movements. So that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to give y'all that little tidbit. If you don't understand fully what I'm talking about, look up some of the terms that I talked about on the YouTube channel. Because if you want to learn about hybrid fasting, I think I have a video talking about hybrid fasting, dry fasting, the liver flushes and liver cleanses. So all those keywords you could look up on a healthy alternative, and you could find more information. All right. I had I saw a couple questions pop in. Chris, is sugar-free backup powder in water okay on a fast? I don't know what that is. What I will say is, if it's a natural product, then it's usually fine. You know what I mean? If it's like a natural herb, you take a plant, like an actual plant, you grind it into a powder and you put it in water, then it's usually fine. What I am very much so against on long-term fasting are vitamins. So like if you go to Kroger and they have those liquid vitamins and stuff like that, or like the ABC Flintstone vitamins, synthetic vitamins are absolute no. I highly recommend you avoid them on a fast, and I recommend you avoid them in general. If you're going to use vitamins, you want to get the most benefit out of them. You want to be using whole vitamins. So whole vitamins, actual real ground up whole foods and things like that, those are all fine. And you just want to make sure that anything that you add to your fasting, if you're going to be doing a water fast, if you're adding something to it, make sure that it's intentional, it's benefiting you, whether it's some type of detox thing or like the liver herbs I was just talking about. There's essential oils you could take so that if you know you have specific issues, whether it's high blood pressure or sleep apnea or whatever, you can add essential oils to your water, or just topically throughout your fasting, and it will help to eliminate those problems more quickly. That's all good. I don't really have a problem with that. Uh Tiffany, I didn't even see your comment before when I was saying look up on AHA. Go to a healthy alternative on YouTube and then look up some of those top topics. Since you're brand new to the channel, I would recommend that you do not do any dry fasting. You really need to learn and understand what that is first. Lady T, my fast is going to be 10 days. So um, I did give you guys the option if you wanted to donate. If you wanted to donate and essentially support me, and show me that you guys were really getting value out of this, I said I would push the fast longer than 10 days. Um, let's just say the donations have not been flowing like milk and honey. All right. So I don't know if you guys are going to donate and show through the donations. Hey, Chris, we want you to do it. For those who did donate, oh, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate it. But I'm just gonna base it on interaction, and you know what I'm saying. Like I was telling y'all in the last video, the last live, I did a lot in preparation for this fast and just making sure that I was available to do it, making sure I could do the lives, making sure that I could give you guys a clean end product. I also had to put some extra weight on to do the fast because I didn't want to get down to, when I fast, man, I will get down and weight. And I'm already tall and slender, and I just bought some new clothes. Like I literally just bought like, I don't even want to tell you how much money worth for clothes, and I'm not interested in not being able to fit them. So I gained some weight so that I could fast and lose the weight, and it's taken me a year. You know what I mean? Over the span of a year, I put on about 15 pounds from me just eating more. I just was eating more, and so I could do this fast. So I've given myself 15 to 20 pounds to lose because that's essentially the extra that I put on. Um, yeah. So anyway, what else we got here? What about using stevia sweetener for herbal teas? Is that okay to use? Um, I wouldn't use stevia on a fast, but if you're going to use it in general, it's probably okay. The thing about it is, um, stevia, although it's extracted from a plant or a leaf or whatever, uh, I'm just not familiar enough with the process, and I like I think that we have better alternatives. I'm not sure about stevia. I'm just not sure about it. That's just a me thing. And I've never been interested enough to look into it. It's not a big enough topic for me to like have to look into. So I think people should just kind of make their own decisions with stevia. I like agave, for example, because agave comes out of the plant like that. It's a syrup. It just comes out like that. Um, so I think that a high quality raw agave is a good way to sweeten. But for a fast, no, you don't want to put the extra sugar in there because we just talked about prep. Like the prep and everything we did was designed to eliminate the sugar so that we did not have to worry about some of the detox symptoms that come along with the body eliminating sugar, especially within the first 3 days. So you don't want to put sugar back in your system after you went through all that work to mitigate it. I would just avoid that. And if you're going to do your herbal teas, just drink them without sugar. You're fasting anyway. This is not supposed to be this incredibly pleasurable experience. However, there are teas that are pretty good without any sugar. I mean, me personally, I think chamomile tea is pretty amazing. Just without sugar, it helps you wind down and sleep. You know what I mean? So those who do have issues with sleeping, when you start fasting, one of the main detox symptoms I will say that people experience is what some people have coined fasting insomnia. And fasting insomnia essentially occurs when you have an influx of energy because you're not digesting food. That's essentially what it is. the complete opposite can happen as well, where you're very, very tired, and also you can get tired random times throughout the day, times that you typically wouldn't be tired. So, this is one of those things that you got to you just have to experience and play around with. But I think chamomile tea is pretty good. I don't do tea too much. Now, tonight, okay, so let me talk about next steps. Tonight, I'm going to be cold steeping some herbs, okay, that Stephen put together, these liver herbs. I'm going to cold steep them, and then I will have it tomorrow throughout the day. I think he told me to do 24 ounces of water. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that herbal tea, if you want to call it that. It's just a blend of herbs. I'll be doing that for the duration of the fast. I'll just be doing it probably first thing in the morning. I'll have that tea. So, and for right now, I'm rocking out with the dry slash water. So what I will probably be doing is I'll have some water tonight, like I mentioned. I'll have some water first thing in the morning tomorrow, and then I probably won't have water throughout the day. We will see. Okay. I don't want to say anything in stone because it's a very organic thing, right? But I will let you all know on Sunday or Monday whenever we do our next check-in. When is the last time you got your metabolic test? Never. Have I ever got a metabolic test? Yeah, I think never. So I can't give you any information there. Stephen has, John has, I believe. I believe Stephen has. I'm pretty sure John has. John's had his testosterone tested. So some of the things that just weren't concerns for me specifically, my brothers had concerns, and so they did different things. So depending on what I've information I've gained from their experience, I teach on different things. But I did what was the test I did? Oh man. Okay, so I have a video. I can't remember the test I actually did because there was 2 tests and I only did one of the 2. The other one's sitting upstairs. But I did 2 tests. I did a video talking about like testing. How long ago was that? It might have been like 3 months ago. I did a video talking about hormonal testing. So if you look up like a healthy alternative hormonal test or something, you'll see it, and then you'll see what tests I did then and the results. I think all my results were in normal ranges though, whatever test I did. I just don't remember which one it was. It was like it might have been a male hormonal test. So when you do a juice fast, should you drink a gallon of juice? Should you? I'm not going to tell you guys that you have to drink a gallon of juice. Okay. What I want you to do, I don't know if you saw my last live. It was literally a couple days ago. Go watch that live where I go more in depth about why I recommend certain amount of juice, because that's where I talk about it more in depth. But no, you don't have to do a gallon of juice. That's just a recommendation that I make. And it really depends on where you are. Obviously, I didn't do the gallon of juice. I don't really require it. But I speak a lot of the information I give it's more general information. Most people are going to benefit from this. And when we use these techniques in our challenges and stuff, we see incredible results. That's why I'm not really surprised at the weight loss for me, because people report to me that they'll lose anywhere from 7 to 18 pounds doing our prep when we do our challenges. That's very, very common. So what are the herbs called? You're going to have to talk to Steven about that. You guys can. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can get the herbs now. First of all, let me let you know, we don't have a ton of herbs. Okay. We don't have a ton of herbs. The herbs were specifically for those that joined the R72 challenge, but I'm using them to test them for myself personally because I like to test. Steve's already been using them, and he's already been working with clients and giving them to clients. So we've been seeing good benefit from them, but I like to test them myself, which is why I'm doing them on this fast. But if you guys inquire enough about him, I'm sure he'll make more. But he might have a couple extra. I don't know. We're selling out of a lot of our herbs and stuff right now because of the challenge. But if you want to reach out to him, just message him, Stephen, okay, STEPHEN at a healthyalternative.org. Super simple. Stephen at a healthyalternative.org. If you're interested in the herbs, he'll hook you up. But I'm gonna let him handle that because I don't know how much he has. Is lemon ginger a good tea on a fast? Yeah, I mean, lemon ginger is just a great blend in general for many, many different reasons. It's actually pretty pleasurable to drink, in my opinion, especially as like a tea or something like that. But you can also cold steep the lemon and ginger in your water. It's going to help to hydrate you better. It's going to help to once again continue to keep the elimination pathways open. It's a great herb, man. Like, I mean, those are two very, very common herbs to put together. As a matter of fact, the funny thing about it, I keep saying herbs, one's a root and one's a fruit, but we'll just call it a blend. One of the things in the cookbook, one of the things we did for the cookbook is we put a recipe for a homemade soda, right? Because in America, people drink soda by the cases. It's ridiculous. And I don't think people know how deadly soda is. But what we decided to do is give you guys an alternative for soda. Now, the soda that we outlined in the cookbook, it is a grapefruit soda. Okay, so that's the recipe that's in the cookbook, and it's delicious. And if you just think, oh, I don't like grapefruit or whatever, look, we took this soda to an event maybe a year and a half ago. It was during COVID. We took it to an event. People were like, this is great. I've never had grapefruit soda. I just thought it'd be nasty. Or I've had it before and it was nasty, but y'all's is good. Trust me. This grapefruit soda is delicious. But if you do lemon and ginger and you boil it, we'll have to put the recipe together for y'all. But lemon and ginger boiled, and then you basically do the same thing. Just use the same technique that we teach in the cookbook. Oh my God. It makes like a Sprite. It's like a Sprite almost. I don't know how to explain it. You would think it'd be more like ginger ale, but to me, it reminds me more of like Sprite. It's so delicious. I actually drank it like as soda. I drank it exclusively for a long time because I hadn't invented the grapefruit soda yet, and I loved it. So anyway, let's see what do we got here. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're on YouTube, feel free to do the super chats. Why? Because if I will respond to all the super chats, and also it's like a donation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win. You get to donate and feel good about yourself, and I will make sure to answer your question. But I'm going through these questions though. All right, I just joined. I missed the herbs you used. Could you repeat it? I'm on day 5 with sun-infused water. Well, first of all, kudos to you for using the sun-infused water. The herbs, it's a liver cleanse herbs. Man, why y'all keep making me talk about these herbs? Obviously, you already heard me talk about it because I, been talking about it. But they're not. Okay, so y'all are making me think that we should have these herbs available on a regular basis. I wanted to utilize these herbs in the challenge, in the R72 challenge, and get some feedback from a broad audience. We've tested with a small group of people, more in-house. And then, like I said, Steven with his coaching clients. So we felt good about introducing it to the R72 community. But if things go well and you guys keep obviously asking about the herbs, we'll put together the herbs for you and we'll make it available on the shop on a Healthy Alternative. So yeah, you guys keep asking. Make sure to, give us some feedback and let us know if you are in the challenge, you did get the herbs. Let us know how you felt about them. Okay, super with God. Then how do you know if you have a vitamin deficiency? So here's the thing. In modern times, we believe that the only way to know anything is to get tested. But these tests are what, 200, maybe 500 years old, maybe some of them, maybe not even. So in all of human history, these tests have really never existed. When you look at all of human history, this is a speck of time. Yet people still got sick. People still were able to reverse illness. People were still able to use herbs and things to their advantage. How? Because when you start to learn your body, you don't need a test to tell you that something's wrong. Now, this is something that's a little bit dicey because people always say, "Oh, trust your body, listen to your body." And it sounds good, but most people don't actually know how to listen to their body. And that's a whole nother discussion. However, through personal trial and experimentation and just being intentional and taking notes and teaching other people, I have learned to listen to my body very well. So I know my body very well. I know what issues I have. I know what issues I don't have. Now, I'm not saying I'm in perfect health. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm in perfect health. I'm not in perfect health. I have a long way to go, actually. One of the issues that I have is my feet get cold. So I know that I still have issues there, and nothing that I have done has permanently solved the problem. What I will say is when I supplement with um, sea moss, the problem goes away. So there's certain things that I can supplement with, certain oils and certain things I could do that will, make the problem go away. But as far as like permanently, I haven't had any permanent solution to that. When I do my testing and stuff, and I guess I don't know what you mean by metabolic tests as well, because I mean, I have done some testing. But when I do my testing and stuff, nothing comes up. But that's because the testing that we have available it's not the most efficient. It just gives you a roundabout idea. Are you trending better? Are you trending worse? That's really, I mean, I know a lot. I don't want to disrespect the medical practice and those who have studied it. But in reality, that's really what it is. And the reason why I say that is because we typically look at health as our physiology, the chemistry within our body, our physical immune system, things of that nature. The problem is modern science, especially modern medicine, completely throws out the other elements that make up our being, our essence. There's a energetic component which plays a enormous part in our health, an enormous part, and also then there's a mental aspect as well. And so because modern medicine does not really tackle the energetic part almost at all and doesn't do a very good job with the mental aspect of things, we're really missing like 2/3 of the puzzle. So when you do these tests and stuff, they could tell you a little bit here and there, but they're not that accurate. And it's not something that I really go off of. If you guys are interested in a test that I do like, I really like live blood testing. I like live blood analysis. Okay. It's not very popular in America because they've essentially banned it. Why did they ban it? Well, that's a whole nother story. But my belief is that they banned it because of how good it was, how accurate it was. It's not dangerous at all. They take a sample of your blood and they literally analyze it while it's still alive. That's it. That's all it is. And they can tell you in that moment what's going on in your body. Now, the body changes from moment to moment. However, through live blood analysis, you can see indicators of really bad trends, and then also depending on, okay, so one cool thing when I was researching the root products, right? They did live blood analysis. So quite a few of my colleagues they're detox specialists. These are people who, help cancer patients and you know what I mean, people who are in hospice and stuff. Like these are high level detox specialists. And so they have a lot of equipment. They do this testing. So they did a lot of live blood analysis. And blood analysis is also, if you've ever studied Dr. Emoto's work, with the water crystals and stuff like that, you'll see people use live blood analysis to see how the water affects the blood. And it's very, very popular to use because you can see in real time what you're doing, if it's helping or hurting you. You know what I mean? And it's something that you can, it's like, it's based on traditional science. So you can see it and, it's not as disputable as if I just tell you I feel better. We can actually see something. So anyway, I say all that to say, yeah, I don't really need tests to know, right? If my hair used to be thinning. My hair was thinning for a long time. My hair was falling out. Well, something's wrong. Obvious. You know what I mean? The pigmentation in your fingers, especially your fingernails and stuff like that, the finger bed, the pigmentation in your eyes. How lethargic are you? What are your energy levels like? What's your memory like? What is your mood like? These are just some of the indicators that you could use to determine what your level of health is. Once again, the main problem is if you don't have a baseline for what healthy is, it's hard for you to say. It's hard for you to utilize some of these tools. So through, months and years of fasting and dietary change, I've been able to get a good feel for, when I'm trending better and when I'm trending worse. And so I don't require the test. The test I do, and the little bit of testing that I have done, I've done it for y'all more than anything else. Like, um, we have seen women who are infertile or deemed to be infertile go from quote unquote being infertile to carrying a child to full term. And you don't need a test to know that what you're doing is working, right? Because you can see the outcomes. Yeah, so I'm more outcome based, and I really like anecdotal evidence. Do I actively work while fasting? Yes. I'll be working this entire month, trust me. I mean, you look, at the end of the day, um, if you're new to fasting or if you don't regularly fast, I highly recommend that you all do your best to not work if you can. It's not a badge of honor necessarily to say, yeah, I work through fasting. I do it because I can. If I couldn't, I wouldn't. Right. And when I very first started fasting, I did not. I did not work through fasting. Okay, we got a couple super chats. Let me grab these real quick. Um, I don't want to mess up your name, Flint. Say Dean. Say Dine. I messed it up. I said I wasn't going to, but I did it anyway. Said Dine Flint. Say Dine. Said Dine. I don't know. I'm terrible at pronouncing words. I know y'all think, oh, Chris, so smart. Yeah, I know, but I suck at spelling and pronouncing words. Anyway, uh, will I still reap the benefits of dry fasting if I spend the majority of the day dry fasting, but take a glass of water a couple times a day? So if you're gonna use, so this I talked about this earlier. If you're going to utilize dry fasting, similar to how I'm doing it, what you don't want to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't want to have like water in the morning, water at afternoon, and then water in the evening. You would want to take a nice big block of time and not have water. So if tomorrow I'm gonna have water in the morning and then I'll maybe have it in the evening, I'm gonna have it in the evening tonight. Today I didn't have any water. I haven't had anything. I've been dry fasting all day. But I'll probably have some water in the evening and then I'll probably have some water in the morning just to help to facilitate elimination. And then I'll have some tomorrow evening as well. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I would recommend that you treat when you do dry fasting. Okay, let me see if I can explain this without confusing y'all. So let's say your goal is to do water fasting. So water fasting becomes your baseline. And then you want to add dry fasting to it. You would treat it like you were doing intermittent fasting, right? So with intermittent fasting, you choose a block of time that you're going to eat. In this case, you would choose a block of time where you're going to have water and you would confine that thing to that block of time. You wouldn't want to sprinkle it out throughout the day because you reduce the effectiveness, if that makes sense. So hopefully I didn't confuse y'all. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's how I would do it. I don't have a ton of experience with dry fasting intermittently because it's not anything I ever did. When I used to dry, so here's another way to approach it. You can actually, if you're gonna do water fasting, but maybe today you're just not feeling the water, you could just choose, okay, today I'm not gonna do water. You know what I'm saying? You can just say, today I'm not doing water, and you don't do water for the entire day. And then you could do water the next day, tomorrow. You know, that's another way to do it. That's how I have done it in the past, and I have seen amazing results from that. So I can speak for that. Kaya. Hi, Mister. No question, just donating. Kaya, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think I saw you registered for the new challenge, I believe. Or maybe I just seen you on the most recent lives. But I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got here. Sadie. Oh, y'all are Sadie. Thank you, y'all. Okay, okay, gosh. I got like 4 or 5 people telling me how to Sadie. Sadie. All right. May I ask if your body will release waste during fasting? 100%. That's the whole point of fasting. Let's not confuse. Let's not make we don't I don't know. Let me just make sure we all on the same page. All right. So, how do you lose weight? Right? How do you actually lose weight? Is it A, through your bowel movements? Is it B, through like urine and perspiration? Or is it C, through your breath? Somebody put in the chat, tell me what your answer is. How do you lose weight? A, through your bowel movements. B, through your urine and sweat. C, through your breath. We'll do D because y'all, I know how y'all are. Y'all, D, all of the above. All right, we got one response says breathing. 2 responses that say breathing. We got a all of the above. All right, I'm gonna keep you letting y'all put your answers in there for a second, and then I'm gonna come back. Casey said, "Where's the link to join the next challenge?" I can spell KC and I can pronounce KC, so KC. Okay, here's the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat. This is going to go in the live chat on YouTube, and I believe it'll still go if you're on the Facebook page. I believe you'll also be able to see it. If you're on the in the Facebook group, the AHA group, I will come back once the live is over, and I'm going to add the link. All right, so let's see what the poll is. I think I actually have a way to create polls in here too. I just didn't do it. All right, so breathing. Breathing, all of the above, breathing. Either y'all know this answer or y'all just guessing because of what the first person said. All right, so the answer is breath. You actually lose weight through all of them. Okay, that's why I added D. D is technically correct. Okay, let me just keep it real with y'all. D is the optimal answer. But the answer that I was looking for was C. Okay, so I'm going to accept C and or D, which is breath and or all of the above. Yeah, that's why we have bad breath. So let me explain it for those who don't know. Um, probably about 80% of your weight comes out through your breath. And the way that you could test this, if you don't believe us, weigh yourself throughout the day, right? Yeah, some of y'all heard me say it before. Weigh yourself throughout the day. Weigh yourself, maybe 2 or 3 times a day or something like that. So like maybe weigh yourself first thing in the morning, weigh yourself at noon, and then weigh yourself in the eat. Listen, y'all are making my day. The fact that you knew the answer to that just made my day. I appreciate that. That means y'all listening. Weigh yourself morning, afternoon, and evening, right? And just track it. Track your weight. Now, I suggest you do this while you're actively fasting or you're actively doing something to lose weight because it'll show you. It'll show you. But basically, if you weigh yourself 2 or 3 times a day at the same times, you'll be able to see what period of time are you losing the most amount of weight. You know what I mean? I think fasting makes this really easy. So I would say just do it while you're fasting. You'll notice the most weight you've lost is overnight while you were sleeping. So you have to wonder, how in the world could you lose that much weight overnight while you're sleeping if you haven't had a bowel movement, you haven't been working out, nothing like that? It's because you lose it through your breath. So when you sleep, you breathe more naturally. Okay, most of us have shallow breathing. This is why breath work is so powerful, is because we have gotten out of our natural breathing. And it's detrimental to our health more than you guys could probably know if you've never studied it. But when you sleep, you do breathe more naturally. This is also why sleep apnea is such a deadly disease, because it constricts your breathing. That's why. So you sleep, you breathe more naturally, you lose more weight during that time because that's the main way that you're losing the weight. And it comes out in the, what's it called, carbon monoxide. When you exhale, it's coming out. As a matter of fact, they did a study where they collected carbon monoxide from someone's breath over the period of, I think, 24 hours or whatever. And they were able to condense it down because it seems it's just breath, right? You say, oh, it's just breath, it's nothing there. But it's crazy because if it's cold outside and it's warm inside and you blow your breath on the glass, you'll see the condensation, right? All of the moisture and that moisture contains contaminants, right? It has contaminations and toxins and stuff in it. And you can see it collect on the window that fast. So you can imagine how much you breathe throughout the day. And you know what I mean? And so they said they got a coal size lump of contamination from someone's breath. That's how much comes out. That's how you're losing the weight. So this is why it's important to understand how the body functions. This is why AHA gets such astronomical results when we do this, because we understand the body. You know what I mean? How many people, and this is a rhetorical question, because I know there's y'all are astute and you've probably studied under many people, but if you think about the average person, if you go on the street and be like, yo, how do you lose weight? Like, what method does the body use to actually eliminate weight? Most people are going to tell you their poop or their sweat or whatever. You know what I mean? Which is true. It does eliminate weight that way. That's just not the most, you know? So by understanding the body, how it functions, you can manipulate and you can get better outcomes. Did I say carbon monoxide? Man, y'all are on it. Carbon dioxide? I have technically been dry fasting all day, so maybe I need to go to sleep. Yeah, so it's important to sleep well. This is one of the reasons why, depending on how you guys have interacted with us, especially if using like our 40-day program or some of our earlier 21-day challenges, one of the things we promote is lavender oil, because lavender oil helps to soothe, calm the mind. It helps you sleep. You put it on the bottom of your feet, you put it on your linen, you put it behind your ears, on your spine, and it'll help you sleep. And by getting better, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. A lot of people have sleep apnea. A lot of people have like dysfunctional sleep. It's extremely common, more than you guys would ever know if you just never researched or studied it, because you don't know if you're getting a good night's rest. You just think it's normal that you wake up tired. It's not normal to wake up tired, y'all. Like if you're getting, 6 to 8 hours of sleep and you're waking up tired, that's not normal. That's not right. So if that's you, or if you snore, or if you wake up frequently throughout the night, you just got to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or whatever. All of these things are disrupting your body's elimination process. It's not absorbing, it's not assimilating properly, and it's not eliminating properly. And this will lead to disease. And this is why we teach holistically, because if I just teach you guys change your diet, maybe you do it, maybe you half do it, maybe you don't really do it at all, But if I could teach you, do lavender before you go to sleep to help you sleep, or, give yourself an hour before you go to sleep, turn off your cell phone, turn off your computer, give yourself a chance to unwind. Some of the suggestions will resonate. Some suggestions are easier for people than others. So I do my best to approach this thing holistically. Something I say is going to resonate with somebody. Everybody's going to get something different and get different benefit from the same thing that I say. And so by approaching it like that, you could choose one area of your life where you're maybe more strong. You're like, oh, I could turn my phone off to an hour before I go to sleep. I could do that. I can get some lavender oil, put it in a diffuser, and diffuse it before I go to sleep to help with my sleep. Maybe that's easier than fasting. Maybe that's easier than dietary change. Or if I tell you, oh, drink a gallon of water a day, stop drinking soda, stop drinking coffee. Maybe for you that's easy. Maybe other people have more challenges with coffee and soda. And so a different suggestion will help them. But if you combine all the suggestions, that's where it becomes very, very powerful. Like when you really combine everything, it increases the efficiency of everything you're doing exponentially. Whereas, yeah, you get a little bit of benefit from this. One of the best things you could do, though, like one of the single best things you could do for your health is water. It just has such a great impact on your overall health. So learning how to properly hydrate, that's why I always talk about water. That's why, because it's so impactful. It is so freaking impactful. We got one more super chat. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, dropped 60 pounds doing 72s for 1.5 months. Got stones, and the gallbladder needs to come out. Will be fasting after recovery. What issues should I watch for? Okay. See, this is always unfortunate. I hate hearing about the stones because we've been teaching the liver gallbladder flush for so long. I mean, man, we probably started teaching that liver gallbladder flush in 2017, maybe 2018. I don't know. So I hate when people feel like their back is against the wall and that they got to have their gallbladder out. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to one of our members that literally just had a gallbladder attack, and I just absolutely hate hearing that because it's like, when you have a tool that could potentially help somebody and save them from losing an organ, and the gallbladder is a vital organ. I know that a lot of people, doctors, will tell you, "Oh, it's fine. You can just live without it." It's not fine. Like, it is a vital organ, and yeah, you can live without it, but your quality of living is going to be decreased. I mean, I would I don't know when your surgery is, and I'm not telling you not to have it because I understand how painful it could be. I get it. So you do what you think is best. I don't know. You may want to consider trying a liver gallbladder flush. Um, if you go to a healthyalternative.org, we have there's an area, there's a tab called resources. Okay. Go to a healthyalternative.org, go to the resource tab. Um, and then it's in the toolbox. And I know this is a lot of tabs. You go to the resource tab, then you select toolbox, and in there I have a list of books. The book is called The Amazing Liver and Gallbladder Flush by Andreas Moritz. You know what? I'm gonna just grab it right now because I know that's a lot of maneuvering. I want to make sure you get it, just in case you want to explore a different option before you decide to have the surgery. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but some of the things that you could look out for would be, well, actually, you know what? Regardless, if you have this, whether you have the surgery or not, this is going to be my suggestion. You need to start doing the liver gallbladder flushes. Even if you don't have a gallbladder, you can still do these flushes. And the benefit of them is to support the liver. That's the benefit, because that's what the gallbladder does. And if you don't have that reservoir of bile fluid, people don't understand how important the bile fluid is. This book actually touches on it in depth. So I really highly recommend that you check it out. But when you don't have your gallbladder, that extra bile fluid is gone. Like, it's not there. You still have bile, but it's not doing the same thing. So I'm going to suggest that you start doing those flushes regularly. And where did the stones come from? We talked about this in the first stream I did. This is the reason why I suggest that you guys do distilled water. I'm gonna give you an example. If you've ever used an iron over a long period of time, maybe you was a child or something, you didn't know any better, and you just put tap water in there, right? Now, in the instructions, the iron's always going to tell you use distilled water. But I mean, I did it as a child. I used tap water, and I'm ironing, and over a couple of weeks, whatever, a month, whatever, the iron starts to get this buildup, whether it's black or red or whatever, and you're ironing your white shirt and it gets all over your white shirt. It's terrible because you like pretty much ruin it. What is that buildup? It's all of the gunk in the water, right? It's iron. It's heavy metals. It's whatever. It's toxins. It's whatever. So they tell you use distilled water. Imagine your body is just like that iron. Your body is just like, what's the difference? You're putting toxic water into your body, and all of that iron and heavy metals and toxins are collecting in the body, right? And it's a double whammy because not only are you putting toxins in, the reason we drink water is to help to eliminate and flush the system, but you can't do it because your water is contaminated. So you're not getting the benefit of water, and you're putting contamination in. So I always tell y'all to use distilled water. Distilled water helps to break down inorganic materials. That's the reason why distilled water is so popular. And there's a common misconception that distilled water leaches vital minerals. It's not true. It does not leach vital minerals. It leaches inorganic minerals. Inorganic minerals. That's the reason why you need to put soap when you wash your clothes. Let's say you have a grass stain in your jeans, right? A grass stain. It would be organic. You put your soap, or I'm sorry, you put it in a washing machine without soap, the grass stain is going to be there because the water is not going to leach organic matter. It's not going to leach the organic matter out. It's only going to leach out the inorganic matter. So we add the soap so that we can get that organic material out of the clothes and clean your clothes better. So I'm doing this in order to give you guys some examples because people always give me pushback. Not much. I don't get it much anymore. But even when I did that live stream, I think somebody had said something about minerals. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't pushback. I don't know. But the point is, I don't say what I say just because. I've been using distilled water for years. Now, with that being said, distilled water is energetically dead. And so as we talked earlier, when I was telling you guys about testing and why blood tests and stuff aren't really that great. They're not the most accurate thing. But the energetic component of our being, our essence, cannot be ignored. So it's very important to energize the water. This is why I tell you guys to use some key lime slices. I got some lemon and some ginger because we were talking about that earlier. I bought some for me, for my fast, in case I want to have it. I usually don't do it, but we'll see. I might do it just to see, because I've just never done it before. I might do it just to see how it helps. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you all the truth. Look, in the past, I usually do pure water. I usually just do pure water. I don't do any juice. I don't do any extra stuff. I just do pure water. And I was a purist for a long time. And I taught that as well. And what I'm finding is that people holistically have a lot of trouble with that. So I'm doing my best to be more open-minded. Okay, you can have a little tea, you can have this, but there's certain things you're just not going to want to do. Hold on. Okay, you guys are having a little chat in there about the gallbladder. That's good. Yeah, grab that book. And also I have videos on healthy. Look, just go to YouTube, put a healthy alternative, liver gallbladder flush, and then you'll see my videos where I talk about it. Also, for those who are interested, if you head over to the AHA Wellness Academy, you can get I have a course on there called the fasting system, and it includes excerpts from the book. I basically teach you how to do the liver gallbladder flush. So that's another option as well. And it costs maybe, it's a little bit, maybe, I don't know how much the book costs right now, but it's about the same price as the book actually. But you don't get the book, but you get the fasting course. So maybe that's a good trade-off for you. I don't know. But I'm gonna throw it in the chat real quick. I'm gonna throw the link to the AHA Fasting Academy in the chat. And then that way you guys could have it if you want it. I try and make things as easy as possible. Sorry, Facebook, for you guys not being able to get these links and stuff. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, man. Blame Mark Zuckerberg. Tell him to work with StreamYard. I heard that Facebook the metaverse is not doing well. I know that's completely off topic, but I just thought about it. All right, y'all. It was a pleasure speaking with you this evening. I will be back on Sunday. We'll talk more about where I'm at, what I experienced over the next couple of days. It'll be the past couple of days at that time. Make sure to check out the challenge. Okay, the challenge starts January 1st. Now, I did get this question. People was like, all right, Chris, I want to join the challenge, but come on, man. Like, you're starting at January 1st. Everybody knows New Year's Eve. We partying, baby. Listen, there's two reasons why I'm starting at January 1st. Number one, people always talk about wanting to go into the new year. They got these New Year's resolutions. They're going to go in, they're going to be a better them, and they're going to lose weight and whatever. But they got a party at the end of the year, though, right? They got to get their one last hoorah in. it's not the right mindset for someone that's going to be successful. And just think in the past. Maybe I'm talking to you. Maybe you do. You get it in. You get it in for Thanksgiving. You get it in for Christmas. You get it in for New Year's. But then, January 2nd or whatever, you're like, all right, new year, new me. I'm going to go on my health journey. And are you where you were now when you said you was going to be a new year, new me? Are you still in the same place you were a year ago? If you are, maybe you need to shift your mind. So I was talking to Steve. I said, you know what? We're doing it at the top of the year. We're doing it at an inconvenient time, because those who choose to join and get locked in at the top of the year, coming off of all that nonsense from all of the party and everything, they're going to be serious. They're going to be more successful ultimately, you know. But January 1 is an introductory day. January 2 is going to be starting our prep. We always prep. And then at the end of our prep, we're going to be starting our actual fasting cycles. So it's an R72 challenge. So we're going to be doing 3 days of fasting, and we're going to refeed, and we're going to do 3 days of fasting. And we're giving away the cookbook. We have optional herbs, as well as, if you guys have been wanting to try the root products, but they were too expensive, we've chopped it up and we've made sample kits for you of their Root Trinity package. And all of that is currently available. We have about 20 to 30% of our supply left. So you guys are interested in getting that, make sure to join and grab that now, because we will run out. And it's $85 for the challenge. Okay. It's a 30-day process. We're going from January 1 to February 1. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be the most seamless challenge we've done thus far. So if you feel like, oh, Chris, I can't even fast for a day, I can't get through a day, or you're intimidated by the 21-day challenges, or whatever the case may be, join the challenge. Join the challenge, y'all. You're going to save the $85 you spend joining the challenge. You're going to save it during the challenge, because you're going to be fasting most of the month. You're going to save it in grocery bills easily. It's going to be well worth it. So there is not a coupon code. I've actually had that question several times. So let me say, there's no coupon. Okay. The checkout just simply has a coupon. It just has a section to put a coupon, but there is no coupon code. The value of this challenge far exceeds $85. Far exceeds. So no, we are not doing the discount. We're already, and I'm not upset or anything like that, but I just been getting the question a lot. And I'm not sure why. I don't know what people are thinking. And maybe it's just because they see the coupon thing. But no, not only are you getting the challenge, not only are you getting the secret Facebook group, you're getting the group coaching, you're getting the live sessions. We put together, I don't know, like 10 or 15 different videos to go along with the challenge. You're getting the quick start guide, how to lose 5 pounds in 7 days. You're getting the PDF, which is a reference guide that will help you just keep, stay in track and stay tuned in. And then on top of that, we're giving you Almost Alkaline, our cookbook, for free. So no, the value that comes along with this challenge, we should be charging 3 times as much easily. We just don't do that because we want to make sure that everybody can afford these things. Now, I do my best to do the balance between how much we need as an organization to pay people and, making things affordable. But yeah, I'm not upset or anything like that. I just want y'all to understand. And anybody who's been through any of our challenges, you already know this. Like, if you've been through one of our 21-day challenges, you already know the value far exceeds what we charge. You know what I'm saying? Because our goal here is to help people. It's not to, have you break the bank or anything like that. But I will say this now. Join the challenge now. Join it while it's still affordable. Get the information now, because as things get bigger, I will have to buy more, get more staff and stuff, and price will go up. So get on board now. All right, y'all. I had a fun time with y'all. Hit the mic. Had a fun time tonight. I will see you on Sunday. As always, the application of knowledge is power. I'm out.